Put it on, girl. Let me see it. Put it on, girl. Let me see it.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Accidentally Informed, where
we can't guarantee that you'll learn something, but today we will be going in. We will be going in for all the mothers.
Good to have you back. You were in Aruba. You were all over the place. I was so, I won't say jealous. I just wish I was there.
You know what? We have been talking about, I was planning on going to Aruba for the first time with you, but Little Miss booked and busy all the time. So Anthony was like, well, are we still going to do the trip? Because you were going to do a big trip. I was like, I don't know if Claudia's going to do it, but we got to get the hell out of this house. So we were really excited that our third stop, we went Atlanta, Miami, Aruba. And our third stop was for the week. And I mean, you always talk about Aruba, but we just really loved it so much. We can understand exactly why you love it so much. The weather is perfect. The water, like the ocean, just the most crystal clear ocean, calm waters. So that's where we got in trouble. We got in trouble on that side of Aruba. Apparently, informers, Claudia is one of those activities travelers. My husband and myself are lazy travelers. So we didn't leave the property very much.
Oh my God. Please, you didn't go to my restaurant. You didn't go to Wacky Wahoo's.
We didn't go to the Wahoo's or Wacky Wahoo's. We didn't get there, but we did go to Gianni's. So we get points for that. We did follow through. We got to Gianni's. It was great. And then we did like the steakhouse and a couple other places. But for the most part, we were just in the ocean all day long.
I trust me, I get it. The first time we were there, like we were with a group of people. Wanye and his wife Amber, they celebrate their anniversary there when they got married there, and you know. We would just like get the floaties and just lay in the water. All of us just sit around talking, ordering drinks. They bring the drinks right out to the water. Isn't the water, like the water, especially in September, you know, sometimes you go into the water, even if it's in a warm environment, you walk in, you have to adjust to the temperature. Like it's cold. Aruba, you just walk right on in. There's no adjusting.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So you have.
We will be going back. We will be going back.
I went for New Year's Eve by myself last year. I was by myself and I'm like, no one wants to go. Okay, I'm going. I went by myself and I enjoyed it. I had the time of my life.
I can imagine because it was, just everything, the people, the everything. Yeah.
Nice. Well, we will go back and we will maybe double date at some point. We'll see.
Okay.
Also, while you were in my favorite place, I was in DC for the Black Caucus, Congressional Black Caucus weekend. I manifested meeting Kamala Harris, took a picture with her. I did get to talk to her. She knew who I was. I was like, oh my God, I love you. And she's like, I'm a fan of yours. I go, you know who I am? And she's like, yes, I do. And I'm like, oh my God. I interviewed you back in the day with Jamie Foxx. And I was just like, oh, so then we got to take another picture with her. And we're not going to get it for like a month though. It's like, they're kind of backed up, but I cannot wait. But someone did sneak a little video of me talking to her. It's on my Instagram page. I had such a good time. The entire weekend is just so fun. All the men are suited up and looking really good. And it's just a classy but fun event. And I love that political scene. So I was in my element. It was a good time.
I love Black Caucus Week. I went last year for the African American Mayors Association brunch. That was a vibe. That was after the Black Excellence brunch at the White House that we apparently both were at, but never saw each other.
You know, I fell at that brunch on the ground at the White House on the lawn.
You did tell me that, but I think you said your bigger faux pas was that you were wearing green.
I wore mint green because I didn't get the memo that it was white. And I was sitting on this little plastic thing they had by the front and my heels got caught in it. And I went to take a step and I'm like, oh no. And I tried to grab someone next to me that I didn't know. Like, and I fell back with Secret Service all around me. They was trying to lift my foot out of the thingy. Of course, one of them little heifers, them little bloggers, Claudia fell in the White House. I'm like, I did. I don't really get embarrassed, but it's a good story for me. It was funny.
Yeah. There's, worse places to fall.
Listen, it's all good. Shout out to our moderator, Anthony Buchanan, doing a fine job in the chat. We appreciate you. I mean, he's a longtime supporter and he's on our team now. So shout out to him. All right, y'all, let's get into this. Things are getting messy between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. It looks like Nicki started the feud by posting about Cardi B's new album. Then things got personal with Nicki talking about Cardi's pregnancy. After that, Cardi unleashed. Erica, what do you think about these tweets?
Okay. So when we first started talking about all of this, there is a sentiment. Obviously, fandom is a thing. So a lot of people feel like if you ride hard for one, you can't for the other. I don't have a fandom that I experience in that way. I kind of take what I like about, people's artistry and the catalog or whatever, and I'm not anti someone else. That being said, I do understand that in the music industry, I've been in the radio industry since 99. In the music industry, this is oftentimes how the game is played. You get someone who you're beefing with, and artists will go at it. And as a result, they both get more notoriety and, more sales and streams and all of those things. However, I think we've lost the plot on this. I didn't want to be like, I don't want to see this type of, dissension between these two women, although I know that historically that's been the case, because I didn't want to make it seem like it's okay for the men to do it, but it's not okay for the women. But now we're getting into people's children, young children, fertility, alluding to autism, things like that. It's getting to the point where there's like a couple games being played. There's Cardi's camp, there's Nicki's camp, and then there's the consumers camp. I think that they may be shutting out some of that consumer demographic with this back and forth about these subject matters.
I think this is a long time coming. These two have beef. And I will say, people gotta like go with Cardi started it, Nicki started it. I have my opinions on who started it. I do feel like it was Cardi's moment with her album release, and she's just kind of been, announcing her pregnancy. And then for Nicki to come and drop her album saying that's gonna happen in 6 months. And then I think there's just so much pent-up animosity that when they did go there, it was gonna get ugly. They both have, rounds in the chamber ready to go at each other because it's like a long-standing beef, and I don't know why. I do think that the fan bases do play a part in this, but it's not their fault, but they do play a part. Like there's a sentiment that you can't like both. If you like Nicki, you're team Nicki, you can't like Cardi. If you like Cardi, you can't like Nicki. And I think that's ridiculous. I don't think I don't see them making amends. I really don't, unfortunately. And now so much has been said about each other's kids, and it's gone too far now. And I just think it's ridiculous. Nicki, I will say this as a woman who's at the top of the game in hip hop, and these younger girls coming behind you. You don't have to do this. Like, you have a place. Your place is cemented in history. Cardi, you too are cemented in history. Like, as the newer, younger, up and coming girl that had one album and lived off that hype for 7 years. And this album was highly anticipated. It just sucks because like I like both of their music. I really do. I like Cardi's personality a lot, but like there's no denying that Nicki Minaj is a talented entertainer. And these tweets were total crash outs. They were crash outs. They was way too far. Way too far. And at this point, I just think it's too much stuff has been said. So maybe just when you see the other one on your timeline, just shut the hell up and don't say shit. That both of them, just say nothing. I know it's easier said than done, but damn.
Well, I think that we've gotten to a point in the fandom in general where the expectation for the P1s, like people who are very much invested in not only the music, but also the people as individuals, there is an expectation there. But these artists, both of them in their own right, are bigger than just one part of a fandom. So you have to think, when you're like, especially in a situation where you have a female demographic of a certain age range, like I want to utilize these moments as escape. I want to be thinking about, what is Cardi's new song, Dead? Is it Dead? The one where she's like really going in about women coming for her and stuff.
Oh, I haven't heard the whole up. I heard a couple songs, and songs I like. I like Magnet and Safe.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I also am like, I want this for escapism. I want this to get my like 1-2 punching. So I'm not really out there crashing out in the world. You know what I mean? So it's kind of taking us out of that a bit.
I just think that as the OG in the business, and I know people are going to come to me saying I'm coming against Nicki. I'm not, but you are the OG. Like, sit back, because it's coming off as you're being a hater. That's what it, whether you are or not, it's looking like this is Cardi's moment. In the middle of our moment, you're like going off about this. Maybe wait a few weeks and then talk about your album or whatever. But it looks like you're trying to ruin the moment for her. And Cardi, you know, when it's Nicki's turn to drop an album, you just do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, just say nothing, because it's really ugly now. And there are people that like both artists, and they feel away. Like, it got really ugly on Twitter. Like, it was actually quite disgusting and very low. And I'm like, God damn, like, it's just, I just don't know why it, I mean, listen, Cardi's trying to roll out an album and has to deal with this nonsense. And then she got gutted with it, because, you know, Cardi's gonna go there. So I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it ending well. All right, moving on. I'm sure we'll have more to report on this. Informers, this one's heavy but important. According to a new study, since the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, over 400 women have been charged with pregnancy-related crimes in just 16 states. Most of the cases involved low-income women in the South. Erica, what do you think about this report?
I think that it was really important that we talk about this today, especially on the heels of all of the fodder between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. We're talking about fertility, coming for one another's fertility issues, coming for one another in terms of what was happening in utero. If we are going to be talking about fertility, what's happening in utero as women in this country, we need to be talking about reports like this. It's 400 in 16 or 17 states, and that is grossly underreported. And the reason why is because a lot of these haven't been tracked in the way that they're able to be reported more accurately. So for a lot of people, that might mean medical professionals or family members or people themselves who find themselves to be victims of these pregnancy-related injustices to come forward and say that you have been personally victimized in this way, because they absolutely are being treated that way. And just for context, I just want to make it clear, because anytime you talk about Roe v. Wade, people always want to talk about like, oh, it's just about abortion. It's not just about abortion. And also, I want you guys to like think about what's happening in our country right now. If you were someone who was pregnant and they took your umbilical cord and tested it, which happens in a lot of states, in a lot of situations, and there is a substance that is deemed unsafe to the baby, you can be placed in jail. Now, we hear these conversations all the time, and people are always thinking heroin, coke, things that, you know, obviously aren't legal for recreational use. However, anybody get the memo on what is being tried with Tylenol right now? Because if you don't think that those things are being put together, saying Trump going on and saying that Tylenol is detrimental to babies, can cause autism. So what do you think if we have a precedence for things that are considered detrimental and could harm a child? It's not just the scheduled ones. It's Tylenol. It's going to be whatever they deem to be a problem. So everybody always says like, oh, well, that's extreme. No one should be doing that anyway. You're opening the door, and it's a slippery slope.
I just don't know what the end game of the Republican Party is right now, the way they're coming for women and fertility and abortion and women's health. And there's no legislation on the books for men's health. There is no legislation on Viagra. There's no legislation on a man's penis. There's not peni. I haven't said that in a while. There's none of that. And it's highly frustrating. And I am really upset with, annoyed, irritated with all the women that sit on the Supreme Court that have been ruling against women, and all the women, female Republicans in Congress that are assisting this hostile takeover of women's uteruses all across America. And these uneducated morons, these men that do not have a medical background, mainly RFK, people like that have no business speaking on. They have these panels and these discussions to talk legislation about women's bodies with no women on the panels, no women in the room. So you got these men who think you pee out of your vagina. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know where a tampon goes. All right. They know nothing. And they're over here making legislation about our bodies. I mean, there's a social media influence that goes around on Instagram. I forgot the account, but I follow it. Asking men, it's Roe versus Bros, I think it is. Asking men basic biological questions about a woman's body. They know nothing. And now we've got these dangerous laws. We have these dangerous things on the books, and women are paying the price. And then these same people are complaining, oh, birth rates are down. Women don't want to risk this nonsense anymore. They're not worth it anymore. You may be brought up on charges for having a miscarriage.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. Because they're looking to indict women for anything that results in the termination, medical termination, or a miscarriage. A lot of these cases that are being reported have to do with miscarriages. It's not like women are going out and trying to, do something on purpose. It's things that can happen just because they happen. People understand that in a fertility journey, a lot of different outcomes can come. But I'm glad that you mentioned the men, because I think that a lot of women who felt like they were compliant, they're not talking to me, were very surprised when Roe v. Wade was overturned and how much they were affected, because they thought that their politics would align with Roe v. Wade being overturned. However, a lot of men are going to get a very rude awakening too, because what we're talking about here is fetal personhood. If a fetus is treated as a person, then now an abortion would result in homicide charges. But guess what also happens when the fetus becomes a person?
Child support in the womb.
In utero.
Run me my money before the baby even gets here.
So I just want everyone to be paying attention, because when you're othering and thinking that the person you're pointing at over here, there's three fingers pointing back at you, because it's not just affecting one segment of the population. It's affecting the future for everyone.
Women, we outnumber men. Why are you voting Republican as long as they still have this archaic way of thinking? Like, this has been on their platform. And then they all lied, being confirmed, Comey Barrett and Brett Kavanaugh. They all lied and said they would not affect Roe versus Wade. Oh, it's established law. It's already precedent. We're not gonna. And then what y'all do? Y'all went in there and did this.
First thing.
It's unbelievable. I don't get what you're.
I think they put their hand on the Bible before they did it too. So
they're so full of shit and such liars, and I'm just so sick and tired of it. Listen, after this wave, Republicans should not hold office for a good 20 years, no office, because the destruction they've done to this country and the war against women and minorities, which we're really not the minority if you put us all together. That's why they're so scared. The war that they've waged on us is unbelievable. And Republican women, how dare you continue to sleep with these pieces of shit men? How dare you continue to give them coochie? How dare you continue to not hold them accountable when they are destroying the future and the safety? There's Roe v. Wade is also about some safety nets for women that have dangerous pregnancies that could kill them. You got women that are suffering from sepsis and dying in parking lots because, not sick enough yet. Nope, not sick enough yet. And now they're getting brought up on charges. Why do y'all hate women so much? So y'all are anti-LGBTQ and you hate women. Which is it? By the way, Grindr.
There's a lot of fluidity there. That's the reason why. It's a lot of self-loathing.
I'm so sick of it. Mike Johnson, I heard you put on notice, by the way, the Speaker of the House. There's a social media influencer allegedly that says, until you stop, you need to swear in the new representative, the new congresswoman, or he's going to release your Grindr, your alleged Grindr profile. And we're going to keep an eye on that. We'll keep you posted on that. Okay. Inform us. I want to know if you've seen this video. A teacher in Florida was caught on a video singing a little boy happy birthday. This made me so mad. Take a look.
Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like 1, 2. Woo! Give a clap, everybody.
This bitch, you raggedy bitch. to sing this song and laugh in front of the classmates and the peers. And I don't even know if the little boy even understands what was happening here, but
Well,
it's,
the little black boy behind him certainly did.
oh yeah,
I-
it's so mean to do this. And yeah, you know, when you're little, you kind of calling someone a little animal, it's funny to them. But we know, bitch, you're an adult and you know what you were doing. And it was disgusting and ugly. What do you think about this?
We already know what time it was because if you see the full video, the class sings a regular happy birthday to him. She decides to stop down and do a jazz rendition
The
of
remix.
that BS.
Mhm.
Like she was looking for a moment. Now, bitch, you got one.
Oh, yes, Erica, get feisty with it.
Don't come for the babies. Do not come for the babies. Okay. We have worked far too hard, had far too many things going on to protect these children for some
raggedy bitch.
Yes. All of it.
I'll say it.
All of it. Like that's what it gives to me is not even, I mean, yes, of course it's racism, but it gives to me, your ass is so pitiful. You are so pitiful that the only way that you can gain control of a situation is by trying to covertly, because if you were really about that life, you wouldn't be going after a young child. Okay. So you want to covertly do some stuff, and videotape him? And did you have permission to have him on camera for your personal use? Because I know you took it to your little friends in your little groups when you were drinking your Moscato.
Box wine, your box wine. It's the audacity for me. Like, not only did you do it, you filmed it and you had to post it somewhere. So you were like, did you think it was cute? Because how did we get the video? How did we get the video? Right? You stood by that and you thought that shit was funny. You know, I have to make an equivalency for people. Like, you know, we are sensitive to the horrific things the Jewish community has been through, right? Can you imagine if a Black teacher made a song making references to the Holocaust or something like that, that's known to be very offensive to a certain community, and thought that shit was cute? Immediate firing, losing jobs, losing your license, can't teach again, permanently kicked out. But when it comes to Black people, it's all, oh, you're sensitive. Oh, it's just a joke. Oh, everything's not about racism. No, it absolutely is about racism. And we've seen the last few years how much racism is in the forefront of these people's minds. We're always complaining about it because y'all are always fucking trying it. That's why.
Yeah. I already know a few things to be true about this person, this quote unquote teacher.
What do you know about her?
Oh, whoever her partner is definitely sleeping with her best friend who can't even stand her, but laughs and smiles in her face. The last time that she had any type of attention from anyone, it was a cold day in hell. I was going to say something else, but it did feel a little under the belt. Like, not for her, just for me to say.
Well, I hope the parents sue the school district and the teacher and get a whole bunch of money. But she's, you know, unfortunately, because she's a teacher, she's not making a lot. But I hope they sue the school district. This is humiliation, and the fact that it was put online. Kids are online. Little kids are using cell phones. They can see all this stuff, and to call that little Black boy, a little baby, that and make a song about it, it's just straight up evil. So I just hope you rot in hell, and may you always have a root canal. Pain, an aching tooth, a toothache. May your tongue always be white and filled with froth. May you always have sleep in your eye. May your wedgies never be able to be taken down. May you never orgasm again.
I don't think she has.
No, she probably hasn't. That's why she's such a...
Well, I mean, it's just very clear that she lacks joy.
She does lack joy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, informers, do not forget October 15th, our first live show in Denver. Go ahead and grab your tickets now at comebacktv.com or scan the QR code on the screen. You can expect music, wine, dessert, and plenty of unfiltered takes. Don't miss it. We will be there in the building. You can see us do our thing live. Myself and Erica, we always have a good time. So it's going to be lots of fun. Make sure you come and show up, Denver.
I'm working on an after party, just so you know.
Oh, we got an after party.
I'm working on it. There's this new lounge and it looks amazing. Black owned, like looks like AI. I'm a see. I'm a see. I'm working on something for you.
Oh, Angie Ringo, may she get an STD that she can't get rid of. Yes, yes. In the comments on our YouTube channel, can you leave the fate that you would like for this teacher to have receive? We would like to have fun with that. Maybe we'll read some of the best ones on our next show.
Okay.
All right, listen. All right, we got a special treat for you today. Earlier, I sat down with the amazing Rada Darling for an exclusive interview. She's the fiance of Michael Blackson and a good friend of mine. And Erica, we all got to hang out in Vegas. She's a sweetheart. And she has this to say about her fiance, Michael Blackson's recent Breakfast Club appearance. Take a look and enjoy. Listening to Accidentally Informed. I am Claudia Jordan, and today I'm excited because I'm joined by the beautiful, fiercely strong friend who is the life of the party, such a sweetie pie, Rada Darling. Hey girl, how are you?
Hey girl, I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
You look great, and I'm so glad. I know I've been trying to get you on for a little bit, but you've been so busy. You're a new mom. You stay busy. So how are things going with the little Mikey?
Oh my God, he is my everything. He is like 15 pounds now, 3 months. So he like tripled his weight since birth. And every day is just a blessing because he just shows me why he's here, why I'm here, why I'm becoming a mother again. It's a blessing. I'm grateful.
Well, he better be a blessing because you were one of my partners in crime when it comes to the last minute getting on a flight and going to Aruba or Vegas. And now we got to work around that baby now.
I know. I miss those days. I know. It's so different now. Now I can't just get up and go. I have to find a nanny. I have to find a babysitter. And it's been tough because you can't really trust people nowadays with your pride and joy and your everything, It's so hard to find somebody that you can just leave at home with your precious one and be gone for a few days. So yeah, I've been cooped up with him 24/7. So I'm in zombie mode.
Are you exhausted? And you're also filming a new TV show as well.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just have so much things going on. And on top of that, I have my real estate that I try to, you know, try to like maneuver between everything else that's going on.
For people that don't know, you have a real estate license and you sell homes and you represent, and you've been doing that for a while. Now about, you becoming a mom later on in life, you have other children, right?
Right.
And you were married before. I know that. I know personally, being your friend, that this wasn't a mistake. This wasn't it wasn't an oops baby, an accident technically, because y'all were trying to get pregnant for a while before, right? You were pretty vocal about your journey with IVF, right?
Yeah. We have been trying, for 3 or 4 years. Since my miscarriage, it was a very tough journey. I, at first, when the miscarriage happened, like it just like got me at a place where I don't, ever want to be. It was just a dark place for a minute, and then we decided to give IVF a go. And then we did like 2 rounds. It didn't take. So it was just frustrating, and it was an emotional roller coaster ride. And finally I was like, you know what, I'm done. If God is going to give us the blessing, then he will. And maybe this is not the right timing. So I decided to just, give up that journey. And when it was least unexpected, it just happened. And I was just shocked because at that moment, I wasn't really ready for it to happen. So he came at a time where I wasn't really expecting it.
How'd you feel when you found out that you were pregnant?
It was a mix of emotions because I wasn't really sure where, I was going to land. at that time. And you know, I was happy at the same time because that was something that I've always been wanting. But, you know, let's keep it real. We weren't on good terms. So it was a situation where I didn't know if I was going to stay, and I didn't want to bring a child into this world if he's not going to have a dad.
Did you think that Michael might not be around for the baby because of where y'all were in the relationship?
That I don't know. It was like something that popped up in my head that there's a chance that he wanted, but then at the same time, seeing how great of a father he is, even to the other children whom he lived like long distance from, he always found a way to go see his kids and provide for his kids. He's a great father. I can't knock him for that because he's been all around amazing, and I've seen him and he's a lot different than how he is on social media.
Right. And we'll get into that as well. I know you were nervous to tell him that you were pregnant, right? Because you guys are in a weird place. What was his reaction when you told Michael that you were pregnant and, he was going to be a dad?
I was like really nervous to tell him because I wasn't sure if it was really something that I wanted to tell him or just keep it to myself and just handle it my way. But then, we talked, and of course, you're always so wise.
I was like, Rada, you have to tell him.
I know.
You have to. He was like, I'm just going to raise it by myself. I'm like, no. Me and this woman were on the phone every day.
We were. And so I did. And to my surprise, he was very excited. He was so happy about the baby. Sorry. And, we decided to give it a go again and try to fix things. And, I guess that's what happened without going into further details.
I know we can't really say much about that, but
Yeah.
So your life is going to be played out on the next season of Love and Hip Hop Miami, correct? And I know we can't say that much about it, but I know a lot is revealed on the season. How difficult has this been for you?
It's a roller coaster ride. On top of the postpartum and everything else, it's a lot. It's very heavy. I question why I'm doing this every single day, but I feel like I owe it to the people out there because I'm never one to come online and say anything, even when things go bad or.
You don't really defend yourself.
No.
I notice you don't. You let people have a lot to say about you and your relationship.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of people out there have a lot to say about me, about the relationship, about everything, and I don't really let the noise get to me. And I sometimes don't take social media seriously. To me, like all that matters is the friends that I have on my Instagram, and that's all whom I'm speaking with or catering to. And nobody else matters. If you don't follow me and you land on my page and you have something to say, then that's your problem. Like, why don't you just keep scrolling? You don't follow me. We're not friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I don't know. It's just for me, like, why? Why am I going to defend myself? I don't really feel a need to. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I make my own money.
That's another thing. People say that she must be in it because it's just for the money with Michael. And can you share with us, how do you answer that? What's your response to that?
I let them think what they want to think. And first of all, I'm not going to date somebody that's working at McDonald's. Yes, that's correct. I'm not. They make that comment all the time. And you know why? Because they can't take care of themselves. Nobody can get by nowadays with a $20,000 salary. If you can't take care of yourself, I'm not going to take care of you. So, you got to be financially independent. I mean, we got to match somehow.
I think when you're in love with someone, you see things that everybody else doesn't see. Like you see their aura, you see the things in the spirit, you see a different person. I'm sure Michael's a totally different person when he's with you one-on-one than he is with
Yes.
me when we're all making jokes and talking shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I do know that y'all started off pretty casual, and then it was him that wanted to ask you to be his girlfriend or to not date anybody.
Yes,
Is that correct?
that is correct. I don't know why he's telling the world that I'm trying to trap him. I'm trying to make him Russell, what? Wilson?
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say
That's
Peter
Sierra's
Jefferson.
husband. Yes. Yes.
Sorry,
I'll show you a picture of what he
Sierra.
looks like.
Yeah. Well, I heard he's a good guy.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know why he portrays this image of like not giving a fuck. Like I don't get it. I'm like, why do you tell the world one thing and when you're alone with me, like it's so different. And I'm not saying just in what he says to me, but his actions. It's all in his actions. When we're together, like I'm the world to him and he treats me like I'm the world, you know?
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen him kissing your belly. I've seen him catering to you. I've seen him be very
Yeah.
loving with you. Then I see him on the Breakfast Club interview today, and I was like, I wanted to shake the shit out of him. Michael, he was just like, kind of like, just on a, I don't know. I was like, why is he doing this?
I know. I'm like, do you comprehend what you're saying? Do you actually know the words that are coming out of your mouth?
So let's get into this because a few weeks back, a couple weeks back, no, back in August, I'm sorry, a couple months, you posted about feeling alone as a mom. And
Yeah.
Michael threw up a heated response before taking it down. It was a lot of people felt away about this. He told the Breakfast Club he was just trying to fire you up. Did you buy that, or was he actually heated? I remember he said, if you thought you were going to make me into a Russell Wilson type of, you knew who I was and you got with me. How did you feel about that? And you were dealing with postpartum at the time.
Yeah. First of all, I don't even know where all that extra shit came from. I did not, or never had I had any conversation with him about turning him into anything. I've accepted who he is for a long, long time, never demanded anything else. All I needed was just respect. And that's what I've consistently have been telling him.
Mhm.
You have to respect the relationship for other people to respect the relationship. You have to make it known because yeah, a lot of people don't respect our relationship because of what you put out there. It's nobody else's fault but yours.
What do you say to people that say, well, you knew, like when y'all first got together, it was more casual, right? And there were other
Yeah,
people involved. I mean, you guys have talked about there's been
sure.
threesomes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But then like people say, well, what do you expect? That's how you started. Well,
right.
I mean, I know the answer to this, but
Mhm.
what do you say to people that, kind of bring that up, that you guys started kind of more in a playful, less serious place, which most relationships do progress.
Yeah, of course. I mean, relationships evolve over time. We've been together for like over 6 years. Our relationship is not stale, it's going to change, obviously, over time. And everything changes over time. We as a person could change over time individually. And within our relationship, it's like, okay, yeah, at first it was playful. Both of us were not looking for a relationship. Like I've made it clear to him, I don't want a relationship. I'm just here for a good time. I just got a divorce. I've never been out there like this. I've never dated, even before marriage. Like I've never dated. I've never drank alcohol until I got divorced. So I was having a good time. I didn't
Were
know
you
life.
were you in an arranged marriage?
No, it wasn't an arranged marriage, but it was one of those things where I did just settle because I felt like um my clock was ticking, my biological clock was ticking, and I felt like I needed kids, there and then, and I didn't want to start over, so I settled. And that was after like a really bad relationship. So
Right.
um
So he
I,
asked you to stop dating other people and to be exclusive to him. He didn't want you
yeah,
to
pretty
date,
much.
he didn't want you to date anybody else.
Pretty much. And, and then, you know, that's when things got a little bit more serious. Well, let's take it a little step back, because I did not want to be on social media during that time. I wanted our relationship private. And that was when he wanted to be a little more exclusive, but then he wanted for his fans to see who he's dating. So that's when he started getting a little bit more playful on social media, you know, showing me a little here, a little there, my arms, my elbow, whatever, you know. And and then he was like, come on, my fans deserve to know who I'm with all the time, and yada, yada, yada. He pretty much talked me into social media. And so at that moment, I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to give this a go, you know, I might as well support him. And that's how things progressed. And once I got in front of social media with him, that's when like I started seeing things that I've never seen before, like the color comments, the all kinds of stuff, like I'm
What
a
do you mean
gold
the color?
digger.
What do you mean the color comments?
Like he should be with an African woman or a Black woman. I'm a gold digger. I'm plastic. Everything, pretty much under the book. But I'm like, why are people so mean on social media? And yeah, so things led to another, and we just got more serious, and then, you know, that's when we wanted to have something together. We wanted to share something together. And that's when I accidentally had gotten pregnant, and then the miscarriage. And that's when we knew like we wanted to have a baby together.
But then he also asked you to marry him as well, right?
Yes. And I don't know why or where Jess Hilarious got the got Michael saying something like, what did she say? Something like, oh, you said that she wanted to get married. You didn't want to get married. And that's why you proposed. Nobody told you to get down on both knees and give me a ring or buy me a ring, a 4-carat ring. You know, like who does that if you don't want to do it? I didn't put a gun to your head.
Right.
That was a shocker to me, actually. I didn't know he was going to propose to me.
You
I
guys
wasn't
were on the
expecting it at all.
It happened on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it happened on the Breakfast Club.
What's he doing? Oh!
Get on your knees, Michael. Michael, get on your knees, Michael.
Oh my gosh.
Pull the mic over there.
I gotta move out the way.
Rada, I love you. Will you marry me?
Like I really thought it was a joke. I was like, is he really proposing? Is this really a proposal? You know, it was like very romantic in his own way, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm supposed to take this seriously. Those were some of the thoughts that were going in my mind at the moment, because I was just like not expecting it at all.
So you were shocked. So you were not putting pressure on him to propose to you?
No, not at all. We were having a good time, you know? And then that's when I kind of was like, okay, well, if we're going to level up our relationship, let's level it up. And that's when the boundaries came, and the rules and all of that other stuff. Because when you're going to the next level in a relationship, then we both should be at the next level together. You know, what is a proposal? What is marriage if you're going to be single?
Right.
So
So you're thinking, okay, this means a different level to our relationship.
yeah.
We're going to change. Because so on the Breakfast Club, now you do have a ring. It's a beautiful ring. And I know Michael, Michael, I've heard you say to Rada, where's your ring? He wants you to wear his ring. He said on the Breakfast Club, he doesn't see marriage in the future. Is that just for the public? Does he mean that? What do you get from that? are you cool with being permanently engaged? Do you still want to get married to him? How do you?
I don't, you know what? He confuses the shit out of me because a week ago he said we're getting married. And
Where's
I'm
my?
like,
Okay.
yeah. So you see what I mean? Like he goes in the public thinking he's like a G. He's thinking he's cool, like just talking shit. And I don't know where all of that comes from. It's like, are you afraid to let people know that you're actually in love, that you actually care about somebody? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it at all. Like, you're telling me behind closed doors one thing, and then you're going out saying something different. It's like, God damn, give me a break. Like, at least just let the people know that you actually care. Like, you actually do care
How do you
when
how do
you're
you
at
deal
home.
how do you deal with that? Like that's gotta be painful. Like because I know when I was watching the interview today, I was like, oh, Michael, because I know there's a different side that you see. But how do you cope with that? How do you deal with it?
I don't know. I think I'm just used to it.
That's
I
not
just
good.
used to him talking shit
Hmm.
on the internet. So I'm just like, whatever. And I never listen to them, honestly. But I only see like, little bits and pieces when it's posted.
Hmm.
So that's when I'll hear something about it. Or when my friends like send me clips or says something.
He
And
he says he also said that you always have his back, and I know you help a lot of stuff with his tours, his merch. You handle his bookings, like you're very involved with like helping him make money. I know you've definitely assisted a lot in his career. But he's said he's not exclusive, and he's interviewed and he's talked about other women. Are the side chicks something you're really okay with, or is it something that he's okay with? Like, are you okay with it now? Or have you accepted that that's part of being with him?
no, I was okay with the groupie thing here and there.
Mhm.
I'm not okay, and I've been vocal about it. I'm not okay with the ongoing, to me, those are relationships.
Mhm.
And if that's how it's going to be moving forward, I don't know. He's pushing me to that limit. Like he's pushing me to that place where uh, I shouldn't go emotionally because once my emotions are on the other side and gone, I would never look back, just like my ex-husband. He thought I was playing. And I was like, you've done enough. 16 years.
Wow. Yeah, you're definitely a very supportive woman you can tolerate, you put up with a lot. Like, and you love that man. I've seen it with my own eyes. You
I
love
do.
that man.
Yeah, I truly do. And I only want what's best for him. I support him in every way I can. I, do everything for him.
Hmm.
There's nothing that I wouldn't do. And that's just how I am. When I love hard,
Hmm.
until the love's no longer there anymore.
Rada, he talks openly about on the Breakfast Club living separately.
Hmm.
That your idea, his idea. What's that about after 6 years?
Well, we both have obligations. He has other kids, and so do I.
Hmm.
Um, I can't be with him 24/7. I have to go back home and be with my other children.
Hmm.
Um, and then we see each other all the time, though. I
Hmm.
I honestly don't feel a need for us to live together
You guys are
because
always dressed alike too.
yeah, we see each other all the time. You know this, Claudia. Like every chance we're not with our other family, like we're together all the time.
Hmm.
Um, my priority is my children. I'm sorry, I'm not going to abandon my children for and don't take this negatively, but I'm not going to abandon my children for a man. So if let's say he was not good to my kids, then and couldn't love my kids the way they should be loved, then, you know, that's a deal breaker for me. And that would be an easy get up and go.
Mhm.
So that's why we don't live together.
Does it help keep things spicy by not living together?
Yes, definitely. You miss each other. You can't wait to see each other. You, I don't know, like every time we're together, it's always a good time. We hardly fight, you know. We get into tiffs and arguments when he does something stupid, but I don't know, it's to me like not a lot of things are a big deal anymore because I feel like I'm in a good place. Like my dedication is to Mikey, and you know, I'm happy. I'm in a happy
Will we
place.
see you guys get in some arguments on the new show?
Girl, there's a lot of drama, a lot of unexpected drama. If people knew what I went through, oh my God. I don't know if they would hate him or they would hate me for still being there. But either way, you know, I think we're both going to get a piece of that negativity.
Do you think reality TV has helped or hurt your relationship?
I think it's hurted our relationship because, you know, like we're displaying our whole life in public for people to have opinions on, for people to say things that you don't want to hear. That's hard to hear sometimes. And sometimes, you know, they say things that isn't even real. And they say things just to say things. And it's just like hard to see those comments sometimes. I'm human.
And they do be coming for you. I've had people in my inbox about you. I'm like, God damn. Now let's talk about the birth of your baby Mikey, that you two share together. I didn't know this until today, that he missed your son's birth for a coffee run. Were you mad at him or how did you feel? What happened?
You know, one thing you gotta love about Mike is he can't articulate what happened very well.
Okay.
So, yes, everybody was accidentally uninformed by what he just said on the Breakfast Club. So what happened is that okay, I had to be induced 2 weeks early, and you'll see on the show why. So when you're induced, you have to go through phases, right? The first phase was to soften my cervix because I'm going from zero, nothing. So I tried to do it naturally, and that's what I originally want, no epidural. I was in there for 12 hours to soften my cervix. That's just softening my cervix. So for 12 hours, I've been going through pain, contraction after contraction, and it was intense. Michael was there the whole time. He was helping me through it. When they started the Pitocin, so that's the second phase, right? So you start the Pitocin to dilate and open up so the baby can come out of the canal. I was only 3 centimeters, and it was 6 hours after the softening of the cervix. So 12 hours and another 6 hours. So we're like, I don't know when this kid is going to come, right? And he told me he had 2 checks from the show that he came from that weekend. And I was like, you need to deposit it because I just like wrote out a bunch of checks for labor and payroll and all of that stuff the day before. And he was like, oh, shoot, you know. So I told him the nearest Bank of America. He went over there, and he's not familiar with the area. He doesn't live in Arizona. He went there, deposited the checks, and then decided to go grab a bite. So I guess within that moment, that's when I started opening up faster and faster because I got the epidural.
Oh my God.
I got the epidural at 3 centimeters. I couldn't do it anymore. And that was 30 minutes after he left. So I checked it. I'm like, oh my God, come back, come back. I'm so sorry. Like the baby's about to come out. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm coming, I'm coming. And he's like, which hospital? I said, Banner Desert. And not thinking, there's 20 other Banner Deserts. So he put it in his GPS and it took him to another Banner Desert on the other side of the city.
Oh my God.
So he's walking in. I'm like, why are you taking so long? Bank of America is only like 5 miles away. And he was like, well, I just valeted my car. I'm like, motherfucker, there's no valet at this hospital. Where the hell are you at? And he's like, what? I'm at Banner Desert. I'm like, oh my God, there's like 20 Banner Deserts. Like you didn't pick the one that was near you. He's like, I don't know. I just picked the one that came up on my GPS.
Oh my God. So that's why he missed it. Okay.
Yes.
All
So
right.
that's why he missed it. And I'm like, why do you keep telling people that, you went out for coffee? Like, that wasn't even it. I think he's just lazy to explain the whole thing.
Got it. Well, before we let you go, I definitely wanted to reach out to you about the postpartum thing. I know we touched
Yeah.
upon it briefly, but that was a big deal to me as your friend and just any woman that's sympathetic or empathetic to another woman. I know you were really dealing with very strong feelings. You were going through it, and
Yeah.
you got attacked for it online. Can you just talk to us about postpartum and how that feels to someone that's never been through it?
Oh gosh, postpartum is no joke. I'll just say that. And, a lot of people seem to think it's something that you need to go to a psychiatrist for. It depends how severe it is. It's not a depression type thing. I don't think it's the same. It's similar, but not the same. I was lucky enough not to get it too severe, but still that minimal baby blues type thing it's no joke because you can be happy today, this minute, and the next minute you're like crying about nothing. I could be sitting here just talking to somebody and being happy, and then the next minute I'm like crying and I don't know why I'm crying. I'm like an example would be when I was with Michael. So we were fine. And all of a sudden I'm just sitting there and I started bawling. And he was like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I need to cry. Like I'm so sad. And there was nothing that he can do. And so when I had posted that, I was feeling some type of way because, at the end of the day, it's just me and the baby. I'm with him 24/7. Michael has to go on tour. I'm putting him to sleep. I'm feeding him. I'm changing him. It's just me and him. And on this whole journey, even with my postpartum, it is just me and him because he is part of that postpartum journey for me, and that's the thing that people don't understand. It's nothing that you really can explain. Everybody goes through it differently. And I feel like us women should speak about it more because it can help the next person.
And to your defense, though, Rada, not only postpartum, but you also, and I'm not going to give it away, was dealing with something that like nobody should have to deal with, going through postpartum and what you had to deal with. And they'll see all that on the show. I don't want to give that away, but you had to deal with postpartum plus something extremely devastating in your life.
True.
And I commend you. I mean, I don't even know how you got through that, but you did. And Rada, if you know Rada is the one that until this year, I've never seen Rada sad. I never seen her not smiling. Like she always has a smile on her face, and it's making she always looks like that. Always making everybody else laugh. She dances so cute. And
Is it really?
to see from what you went through plus postpartum, I saw the life kind of like it looked like you lost your light for a little while, and I'm so glad to see you smiling today because I was worried about you. I really was. And then to see so many people jump down your throat, I'm like, this woman is going through postpartum and whatever else she's dealing with right now.
Right.
Like, give her a break. Were you surprised at how mean some people were to you?
I was very surprised, but at the same time I wasn't, because I felt like, you know, I'm not, so because of our relationship being so scrutinized and just so many people having something to say about it, I'm not very surprised that they attacked me, because I'm always the one that's attacked. I'm not allowed to feel anything. I'm not allowed to complain. I'm not allowed to say anything, I feel like, almost, because everybody just attacks me. Like, I'm not trying to be a victim here, you know, by that post. I'm just trying to talk to my extended community on Instagram, just letting them know, look, this is what I'm going through. This is real. Like, whoever's going through this, let me know, because if there's anything that you can share with me, please do. I'm not going to go to a psychologist to diagnose me and talk to me about what I'm going through and heal me. Like, no, that doesn't work in this case. It's more about reaching out to the community who's been there, done that. What helped you? Help me out, you know?
And then Michael didn't help with his cold response, what he wrote to you.
Yeah,
I sent him a DM like, Michael.
it made no sense. It made no sense. And I'm like, why do you think everything's about you?
You feel like you don't have a voice sometimes because he's the more famous person?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I don't. And a lot of the times, like, I feel like a mute for whatever reasons. I don't know, that people just don't think that I have feelings. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's kind of weird.
And my last question, what's the hardest thing about dating a famous man?
Um, every fucking thing. Like, you're looked at like you're under a microscope. I could say something about a bag of rice and it gets taken the wrong way. Like, oh, you're taking Mike's rice. Like, you know what I mean? It's whatever I say, whatever I do, whatever I post, it always turns around to it being about Mike. That's the hardest part. I can't be me, because everybody always has something to say. And you know, I feel like, you know, I have a public obligation to be seen a certain way, and act a certain way in public, because I'm with him out of respect. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. Well, thanks for spending some time with us. I know your baby wants you, and I know you're coming out on a new show soon. And if you ever need a platform to come and explain your side of things, please know you have a space here, a safe space. Erica would love to be here and to talk to you as well. She loves you. She adores you.
Oh,
She's on vacation right now, but yeah, you know you have a space here, and I got your back anytime. And I will be fighting people in the comments over you.
aw, thanks, girl. You've always been there, and I love you for that.
I'll be back. Where can people find you on social media?
Ms. Rada, darling, but if you're coming to hate, please don't find me.
That part. Is there anything you want to say that I didn't ask you that you would like to put out there?
No, well, yes, actually, I just want people to know that, you know, Michael is not a bad guy. I know that he looks like he is the villain, but he's not. He's a good man. He takes care of his kids. He does what he needs to do. He's a hard worker. This man works 24/7. He makes sure that I'm good. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, and it won't seem like it on the show, but he's a good man overall.
No one can say you don't have this man's back because you really do. You really
Um,
do. Yeah. But
yeah.
I would like to see you have your back because you are a beautiful soul.
Oh, thank you, girl. I appreciate it.
If not, don't worry, we got you. Me and the squad, we got you. All the pretty goons, we got you. Rada, darling, thank you so much. And women out there dealing with postpartum, please, know that you're not alone. Please seek help. There are places you can go and people you can talk to, and you're not crazy. It's something that biologically happens to a lot of women.
Yeah, it's temporary.
It's temporary. It does go away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, friend. I think I'll be seeing you next week.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me on, and tell Erica I said, I love you.
We love you too, Rada. Thank you so much. Rada, darling, please check her out on social media. Please support her and be nice to my girl. Are we going to
Yeah,
come?
be nice, please.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Put it on, girl. Let me see it. Put it on, girl. Let me see it.